I'm back again. आप, मैं और एक गुफ्तगू. So this is a series of shows that we are doing on behalf of from Jana family. Today we have Mr. Sanjay Gupta, an alumni of BITS Pilani. He would be regaling us with his story, his journey throughout, from his childhood and through his college, later on as he moved out and created a niche for himself. Mr. Sanjay Gupta, please come in.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Sanjay Gupta and I'm based out in Jammu. I'm a chemical engineer from BITS Pilani. And right now, we run a company called JK Global Engineering, which is headquartered in Jammu. And we have branch offices, one in Dubai and one in Saudi Arabia. So, and our area of work is oil and gas. So we work for the oil companies and the petrochemical plants associated with those oil companies, and most of them in Saudi Arabia. So, I'll start, my journey. I'm a very small town boy. I do not belong to Jammu, but I belong to a small hilly area. When you go from Jammu to Srinagar, there is this place which is also, like a headquarters for Northern Command, a place called Udhampur.
Yes.
So I belong to Udhampur. I was born in Udhampur. I was brought up in Udhampur. My father was from Udhampur and my mother was a Kashmiri. She was from Kashmir.
Okay.
So, we were two brothers, me and my younger brother. So we both pursued our own this thing. We small town boys, and like my mother wrote her class 10 exams in one of the convent schools in Srinagar. That was her center for the examination. And when she went to that school, that is where she told herself that, oh, my children will study in a convent school. So she did not care whether my father had that kind of money, that kind of resources. So no idea at all. Like she came, left Kashmir, and we settled down in Udhampur. So like the first thing she did was she put us in a convent school called Kamal Convent School.
Kamal.
So me and my brother, we both started studying in Kamal Convent School. Like we did our schooling till class 8th, and then suddenly one fine day the sisters of the convent, they called our parents and they said, we cannot take boys after 8th standard. You need to look another school for them. So that was a small headache, because my father was a mining engineer. He used to work in mines, and his area of work was remote areas in Jammu and Kashmir. So anyhow, they put me into a small academy close to the house. So we used to stay in a bazaar. So I used to spend my time watching people in the bazaar, and then like the school nearby, small pleasures. So, we started our class 9 and 10. I started in this school, and that is where, I started getting interest in academics. So, I studied well, like there was at that age, I had a sense of competition, which was never induced to me by my parents or anybody. It just came to me, I wanted to be the best. So, we started from there, and then, after 10th, the school had no more capacity, no more further classes. So then my parents put me into a government school, into a government 10+2 school. So I did my class 11 and 12 from there. So all these while, I was academically very well, but, I wanted to do something. I wanted to get out of that atmosphere. I always knew that this is not for me, because I am meant for bigger things. So my mother used to tell me, she said, like, you just go, we will support you, don't worry. So class 12 happened. I got a position in the state. It was a state board exam, J&K state board. So, I was one of the toppers, top 3. So then, we applied for engineering college, and to my luck, I got a wait list in BITS Pilani. So my mother always wanted me to go to BITS Pilani because from somewhere she had heard this name. So she said, no, 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 you just wait because we need to go. And then one fine day, me and my father, we both pushed off to Pilani. We went to the students' welfare department, told them that, see, I told them that I want to study in this college, but I have been put in a wait list. So then, they checked everything, and during in due course of action, I was given this branch called chemical engineering. It was a new branch. It was a branch which was, like little bit away from the normal civil engineering stuff or electrical engineering stuff or mechanical engineering stuff, what people used to do during that period. So, this thing happened and I got my first job. I started working in Ludhiana. In Ludhiana with this group called Oswal Agro Mills.
Okay.
I started working with them. So I was, a shift engineer in their soap plant. So they used to manufacture soap and, export it to Russia. So I was a shift engineer, one of the engineers over there working in shifts. So that was very good for me, because the owner of the company was very kind. We were bachelors and he gave us a company guest house and a Nepali cook to cook food. So, we were very happy. So, but the only unfortunate thing was like, every 10th of the month, we used to get paid on 31st or 30th. So every 15th of the month, we were broke. And then and then we would be
I won't
searching
ask you
for
why. Please carry on.
and then we would be searching for cigarettes in the ashtrays and too many things. So we were very close to the company officials, especially to the general manager production. So that guy also sometimes in the late evenings he used to come like get us drinks. We used to drink and like that was life for us. So anyhow, in work we started excelling. So one fine day, there was a board meeting and they, took out 3 engineers from the plant, and the guy sent us to his another office unit called Oswal Furane Limited in Inner Punjab in district Sangrur.
Sangrur. Okay.
Yeah. So we started working there. So I was given charge for the boilers. I used to run the boilers and generate electricity. That was my job.
Okay.
So, I worked there. Then I wanted to be more close to my house. So I left those Oswals and I joined his brother, a guy called Neelam Kumar Oswal, who used to run this company called Punjab Wool Combers, Mukeria Papers Limited, Oswal Sugars Limited. So they transferred me to a sugar plant. So I was again in charge for the boilers for sugar plant. So then, these guys started expansion, like their paper mill, which was just adjacent to the sugar mill. So they
Okay.
transferred me to the paper mill. I worked there, and then suddenly one fine day we heard that the boilers of this Sugars Limited, one of the boilers they got, blasted. It blasted.
Okay.
So, again, my owner, he came, the Oswald, he said, like, Baga, I want you to be there in Oswald Sugars Limited. So I said, see, since I joined, you are, throwing me sometimes paper mill, sometimes sugar mill, then again back to paper mill. Now again, you are asking me. So I need to stay at one place because I would like to have stability since now I'm close to my house. So then finally, they put me to the sugar mill again. So I started working in the sugar mill. I used to work with the engineers of Thermax and then also KSB pumps who used to come there regularly, do maintenance with us. And slowly, we learned the maintenance of those things and we started doing it on our own. So that was another part. And then one fine day, I was back at home and I told my father, I said, like, see, I think I need some more. This is not enough. So he says, okay, you keep applying. So what I did was I took 2 months leave from my job in Oswald's. I took a leave from them and I told them that, see, we have a house to build and made them some stories. And I came back and I started applying for oil companies. So suddenly,
Why,
like I
if I may
got an,
ask, why oil? Because you were throughout with sugar and I mean, in areas
yeah.
quite different than that. What made you take up or think of oil as a career?
See, I basically my aim at that point of time, because I had just got married when I was working in the sugar mill.
Right.
So my
Right.
aim was to earn money that time. I told myself I'm still young. Huh? I need to work. I need to make more money. I need to, build a nice facility for myself to stay. And I want my parents to be with me. So I had all these things going on in my mind. So
Okay.
when the
Good.
Saudi job came to my mind, immediately I told them yes. So, like I applied, got my medical done, and I was, like I shifted to Saudi, started working as a vendor to Saudi Aramco. So, like slowly, and all these things, basically I was put in sales. So all these things, like came very, very easy to me, because a pump in India is a pump in Saudi. A pump is a pump. It has the same working, same maintenance things. So those jobs were very, very easy for me. I started getting kick out of my job, what I was doing.
Good
So,
to hear
like
that. But tell us something about the atmosphere in Saudi. I mean, how was it like when you left India and you
yeah.
went to a place which otherwise uh, people who haven't been or haven't worked out there, from the outside it appears that it's a very closed and conservative kind of thing.
See,
So how was the
Kaustabh, I'll
atmosphere?
tell you one thing. When I went there, that time, yes, it was a very closed society. It was a very, very close society. There were a lot of rules. My family had to move around outside the house in a burqa. Okay. So these things were there. But, like in my mind was a target that I had fixed for myself. I used to tell myself, this is my target to be in Saudi. The day I achieve that target, I'm not going to say, no, 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 now my target has changed and it is doubled. So I wanted, I worked for some years. I got great success. I got great contacts in Saudi. I got great, manufacturers who had supplied their plant and machinery. So when all these things, one fine day I thought and I said like, oh, it is a matter of shift over now. I just need to open a company and shift all these things there. So it was like that. So that was when, like I talked to my wife and I
So in
told
a
her,
way, Saudi was a game changer for you.
it was a game changer for me. Definitely a game changer, because no tax on income and we used to get heavy commissions. So, like when these things came, I started making money. I saved money, and, like once you have money, once, like that cycle starts where you have your money, let's say X amount, and that X amount gives you a wide premium on your accounts, like in the form of FDRs or interest. And once you diversify that, like you go into stocks and shares, you go into mutual funds, you go into SIPs, or you go into gold buying, or precious metal buying, when you start all these things, you automatically learn the management of money. You don't need to be an MBA to know all these things. Only thing is you should have your own money. Once you have your own money, you can, it comes to you, like things starts falling on in their places. So, like
You are
I came
making me
back, I have to,
sorry, you are uh, making it so easy
it,
how to
it,
manage
see,
money.
it,
But
I had
actually it is only if you follow that discipline. And
yeah, no, discipline also, and I was enjoying all things. The best thing is you have to enjoy what you are doing.
absolutely.
If you enjoy what you do, then nothing like it. Success is always there for you only.
So you are focused and you met up with your target. Your aspirations, your intentions were very clear that you are to be at a place to achieve something, achieve the target. So you are very clear and focused on that, and you did. And it also helped you. The place also helped you, encouraged you to take this up further, scale up.
I will tell you, Costa, one thing, that place infused knowledge.
Yes.
And also, like at some point of time, I started becoming a very good human being. I was compassionate about people and things. I started praying also. I used to express my gratitude to God. So, all these things started coming while I was there in Saudi, because I used to see my friends and my bosses, like they were hardcore Muslims, but they used to pray. And they were so silent people, very, this thing, very good people. They were very good at heart. So I learned all these things from them, because like I am a great learner. I try to learn even from small children. So every time when I meet somebody, I try to learn. Because there is so much to learn.
How
One
wonderful
can
to
never
hear that.
be a master of in this life. There are every day different people, different goals, different targets. When you talk about those things, everyone has his own view about how to go about it. So that is very interesting for me. So now when I came back, I opened up this company and I started working with the same old people whom I used to be working in when I was there in Saudi. So, like slowly, like I started growing, and then I have two daughters. The elder one is a dentist. She's Dr. Tanvi Gupta,
Okay.
and in November she's getting married.
Oh, wonderful. Huh.
Yeah, she's getting married in a small place in Himachal called Chamba.
No, no, I'm familiar. Chamba, it's a beautiful
Yeah.
place.
So
Beautiful
she's
place.
a
Yes.
dentist. She
Hmm.
has her own clinic here. So she
Okay.
goes to the clinic. She has opened up a clinic on the India-Pakistan border.
Acha. Where is this?
You will
On
be
the
very
border?
surprised to know this, like this is on the Jammu Pakistan border, a place called Araspura, Araspura
Uh,
sector.
uh,
So
uh,
Araspura sector,
uh,
like when you
it's
go the
bang on
end
the
of,
border. Yes. Hmm.
yeah, so the end of Araspura sector is Pakistan's, I think, Faisalabad.
Hmm.
So you can, and there is a checkpoint over there. You can see with your binoculars, you can see the people working in the
Mhm.
fields. So, all these things excited me and my elder daughter. So immediately she told me, she says, like, I want to do something for these people at the borders. I want to open up a clinic. I want to
Mhm.
get them away from their at least tooth problems. So she opened up a clinic there. She goes there in the mornings, come back in the evening. She will not take any fees from anybody. Okay, so she now she's getting married and she was feeling very bad that she has to close the clinic,
Okay.
that she cannot be a part of that clinic anymore. So then I have my younger daughter who's at present studying in Dubai. She's in studying in Manipal University in
Ah,
Dubai,
there's
and
that Manipal. Yes.
she's doing her BBA from there.
BBA. Okay.
Yeah, in international business. So she is getting finished with her BBA studies. Her exams are going on right now, and she'll be back home on the 28th of this month.
Oh,
So
lovely.
28th, when she comes back, then she's the one who will be joining me in my business.
All right.
Because right now she has been put under training for the last 2 years. While she
Okay.
was there in Dubai, she was taking care of our Dubai operations.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, 2 years back, I lost my mother. She was also part of us over here in the same place. Then my father's still alive. He's still very active. He's been in the mines, like I told you, he's a mining engineer. And even at the age of 87, he does all his work on his own.
Wonderful.
So, we are very grateful to Lord that he's still moving on his own. So,
Lovely to hear this
and
from
then
you.
7, 8 months back, I lost my younger brother who died of dengue.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So,
That is something
this
sad.
is what is there for me, like my
So
mother was a very,
if I were to, so far, whatever you shared, if I were to sum up things, were actually right in place for you. The way you moved up, the way you moved ahead. Your career, then your family, then your daughters, then just about everything around you, whatever a family man, a man would wish to. So you are hugely contented, but yes, but you still aspire for something more, engaging your daughter on
Yes,
your business,
like my
the idea to
future.
expand.
Yeah, no,
Huh.
not expansion, not
Huh.
expansion, because one more expansion in the business means that, uh, lots of more headaches.
Okay.
I want to go back to my old days.
No, not about you.
I'm,
I'm saying not about you.
I
Huh.
don't want to, complicate myself. I want to
Huh.
enjoy what I have, because I am already 57. So I think I have got more than enough. God has given me more than
No, no,
enough.
you still have
What I
more, much
deserve,
more.
huh?
You
And
still have much more, many years. You're younger than me, many more years, and you can carry on.
you never know,
Way
man.
ahead.
Never know, because I used to discuss this thing with my younger brother. So now,
Okay,
7 months back, he's no more. He's gone.
that's okay. No, it's really sad, but
So I want to
let's
live
not
for the moment. I
let's
want
not bring
to,
that into your,
Kaustubh,
please
I
don't
want to
bring that
live
into
for
your
the
mind.
moment.
And now coming to your fine, you touched upon everything about yourself till the moment, till right now, as you are placed with your family, with your daughters, and they are doing fine. One is to be settled, and the younger one, she's going to take up the reins. So it's really wonderful on us. Now, what is it that sustains you as in a hobby or a passion that you have that would you like to share something on that about your
Oh,
hobbies,
sure,
your
sure,
interests?
definitely,
Ah,
definitely.
hmm,
Whenever
ah,
I get time,
ah,
even if it is one day, I always prefer to run to the mountains.
okay,
Mountains give me that peace and that serenity what I need. So, like few years back, me and my wife, we bought a small holiday home, on the way to Srinagar.
okay.
It's a place called Patni Top.
Patni Top, yeah, I know.
So just before Patni Top, there is this small village called Kud, Kud.
Hmm.
So we have a small holiday home there. Whenever I get time, whenever I try to run to that place. I try to go there. Me, my elder daughter, we both are very fond of that place. So it is a functional place. So we go there. Everything is there. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a small kitchen. All the supplies are there. We've got somebody who stays there, a family who basically works for us, and they grow all kind of vegetables what normally are grown in the mountains. So this is what I love. I love whenever I go there.
I
I
I
never
would
feel
say
bored in those places. That is my hobby.
two things that we have in common. I'm also a father of two daughters. That's one.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I can't resist the hills because I'm based at out of Guwahati,
Okay.
and I curate and conduct tours across the hills of northeast part of the country,
Yeah,
in
lovely, lovely
Arunachal. And,
place.
uh,
You
so
got me with some good memories.
at the slightest, I take off to the hills. Of course, with visitors, I take them around.
Yeah,
So these are the two things that we have in common. I think we will take this up later on. But
definitely.
please carry on with your story about your hobbies, about
Yeah. So,
your passions.
my
Now,
passion is basically I want
ah,
to train my daughter. And
okay,
I want to tell my elder one, who's the dentist, that okay, what was my journey in life, what I learned from my journey in life, and then later on it is up to her to adapt or not to adapt. Because at the end of the day, she's an adult, she's 29 years, she knows what is right and wrong, and she has to know like what situation she is into. And I mean, that is one of my passion in life. And then second one is to get the younger one going down with this business again. So keep traveling, like what I used to do before. So now I have stopped traveling because my family, my mother, my father and my Mrs. My wife, they don't want me to travel too much. So they said it is time for this girl, the younger one, to do all the running around. So, like after she comes back, I want to develop the business with her. I want to put her into business development. I need to put her into accounts. I need to put her into warehousing. I need to put her into different departments so that she knows what is it about running a small company, a small establishment, I will say. Not a company, but an establishment.
Okay.
So, this is my passion. And then, like, of course, like, I'm an early riser.
I was about to ask you
I wake up
whether
at
you
4
are
a.m.
an
in
early
the
riser
morning every
or
day.
you prefer being a so-called you prefer being a night owl. Because once again, I am an early riser too. I mean, I start off very early because that's the hour that I enjoy most.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning. That is the time I really enjoy. So please carry on. So you are an
Yeah.
early riser. So what is
So
it
I'm
that
an early
first
riser.
thing
I
you
wake
do
up at 4.
after you get up from
I
your
wake
bed?
up at 4. I make my own chai,
Uh,
and suddenly I see my father also coming behind me. He'll make his own chai. So we
okay.
both will just say hello, share. Like I'll just ask him if he's all right, any
Huh,
problems
huh,
in the night or anything.
huh.
So I'll have chai with him, sitting with him in the morning, and then I go and open my computer. And then at 5 o'clock, my our yoga instructor comes.
Okay.
So we do a 45-minute yoga with him, small session with him. And then we start the day. My wife is a working lady. She works as a master in government education department.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like I start my day because that is the time when my Koreans and Japanese manufacturers are open. So they are about to close by 10 o'clock, 10:30, they close. So I need to catch them before if there are
Hmm.
any issues with them, or any material delivery, or any offers to be given, or any purchase orders to be placed to them, or any money transfers to be done to them. So that is there in the morning. So then I wake up, I mean, like, go down, take a bath, have a break, have my break, sorry, go to the mandir. Then, I make rotis and sometimes rice for the dogs and the cows,
Oh, so
So
that
I
is
do.
another of your, I would say that is another of your, an extension of your hobby itself, that
Yes,
you are an
absolutely. It is a
animal lover. You are
routine.
an
It is a
animal lover.
routine job.
How wonderful.
Yeah, so
Okay.
7 days a
Huh.
week, this is my routine. On a particular day, let's say Monday, there is a paratha with milk in it for the
Huh.
cows and also for the for the birds and all.
Huh.
So Tuesdays it is like, yellow rice, and Wednesdays it is like moong dal or something paratha. That's
Mhm.
different days, different menus for them. So this is how I start my day. Then, like,
Okay.
we open up with Dubai first, Saudi, then, slowly Germans. So we do work, then UK in the afternoon, and then
Mhm.
probably later in the evening, US people. So, like, I'm on my PC most of the time of the day. Yeah.
So are you, I mean, in between, let me ask you, because this is something very elementary in anyone's life. Are you a foodie? I mean, what is your, are you,
I
any,
love food, but even though now my body doesn't allow me to have so much, but yes, I do. I eat food, and like, I'll give you two preferences. What I want to eat every time, like, whether in the house or out of the house. One is the Dogri food.
uh,
So Dogri food is something which I always look forward to.
okay.
Yeah. So if you ask me more specifically that what is Dogri food, that it is
Yeah,
like,
please.
it is chana dal, then it is, this pumpkin, they make it pumpkin, then, rajma, then white rice, then, like, sweet rice. So then we have this in mutton, they make it as a
Mhm.
khatta meat. That means sari meat. So, like a different flavor. So that is one food I like. And then second food I like is Lebanese food. I love
Oh,
Lebanese food. So these are my
so
choices about the food.
you love your hummus and baba ganoush and
Yeah, we make it
yeah.
at home. My wife makes it
Okay.
for us. So that is that time when she makes it, we think that it is a Eid for us today. But yes, when we are in Saudi or Dubai, yes, we always prefer to go with falafel and hummus.
Falafel.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what I could see is that yours till now it's been very fulfilling. If I were to use that word.
Yeah, I try to make myself happy. I don't want to regret anything. I need to take my failures as steps for my success. So that is why I'm happy. Like I happy, and then I want to do something for my society, for my people, for my Dogra people first, and then
Uh-huh.
move out to the society. There are
But tell
so
me
many
something
things to
about what
do.
is the
So
what?
many
Tell me
families who are
something.
suffering. So, like
Yes.
I love doing all these things.
Okay. Tell me something. How is the because you said your daughter's clinic was in Ranveer Singhpura and on the border itself, right?
Yes.
And it is often in the news because it's right on the border. And how is the overall situation? Because we stay far away. Most of even mainland India is quite not familiar with how is the situation there on the ground.
See, right now, it has been now almost 1 year since my daughter has opened this clinic. And even I go there once in a week. So
Mhm.
once in a week, even I go there, I try to help her to by, like distributing pamphlets to these
Mhm.
villagers. So
Mhm.
sometimes conducting medical camps for them. So, I do go there. Now this thing is that the situation has been very calm and very peaceful, at least for the last 1 year.
Okay.
Before that, we used to hear that sometimes there are shellings done from across the border.
Mhm.
So these things we keep hearing. But, like to be honest with us, for people like me or the people who are staying nearby, this has become a habit for us. This is nothing new for us. We don't panic when we hear, oh, there is a blast over there at the borders. Okay, there is a blast. It is like that.
It's very heartening to know about this because you have taken life as it comes. I think you're a man for each and every moment. You live
Every
for the
moment,
moment.
yes.
That's what I could gather from you.
Yeah.
And do you have any pets in
No,
the
I
house?
don't have any pets because, uh,
But you are an animal lover.
yes, I am because there are so many varieties of birds which are there in our terrace every day.
Okay.
Then there are these cows and dogs who know that, okay, their dinner time is this. And they just come to our house and, just sit there. So basically, I don't need to keep any pet. There are
So many around.
so many around. Yeah.
How wonderful, how wonderful. So, when is the best time to visit the place, let's say Patni Top and around, and when is the best time to visit the hills?
Anytime. Nothing is the best time. Whenever you have time, just come.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, there
I'll
is
take
no
this. I'll
time
take
as
this
such. The
ahead.
only thing is you need to avoid the rainy season.
Huh.
And the rainy season basically is July, August.
The same here.
Yes.
Same thing here.
Yeah.
These 2 months are
I've got
difficult in
very
the
good
hills.
memories of Shillong. I was there doing
When
my
was that?
practice school one while I
Okay.
was in Bits Pilani.
Huh.
So, I did it in, excuse me, I did it in Meghalaya State Electricity Board.
When was that?
This was in 1980, 87.
87.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So I
where were
was
you
there
there
for
in?
2 months. 2 months we were there. Very,
Huh.
a small village very close to Shillong, a village called Sumer.
Which is on the way to Shillong.
Yes.
I mean, it's off the
So we
highway.
were staying there
Ah,
and we had got a guest house from MSEB. So
ah,
we were staying there. So we had a small project with the river Umiam.
Umiam. Little ahead is
Yes.
Umiam.
Yeah. So we were
Ah,
there for 2 months. So lovely place, lovely people. What can I say?
it's
Lovely
almost the
memories.
same
Huh?
as in 87. Got a bit crowded now, but it's almost the same. The
Yeah.
lake and Sumer, it remains almost the same.
Yeah.
So good to know that you are here, and I would invite you over once again. Please do come. I'll take you around
Definitely.
maybe the
Whenever I
places
get
where you
time, I
did
will
your camp.
definitely come to Guwahati.
You come, and I would love to have you around some of the places that you have worked. Incidentally, MSCB, my father-in-law retired from MSCB. He's
Oh,
no
okay.
more, though, but he was there. In fact, he was at one point in time, he was posted there in Sumed and he moved on to Shillong.
Yeah.
Then, of course, again in Umiam, which is known in the locals, they call it Barapan, and
Yeah.
he was around those places. He served in MSCB. So whichever way you look at it, there seems to be a kind of a connect. So
So we
it's
need to catch up, in
we will, we
person.
will, we will. It
Let
was
me send
wonderful.
you an invite for my daughter's marriage. For
Please,
that, you need to, send me your WhatsApp number.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
I
I'll
will
share
send
my
you an
WhatsApp
invite.
number.
Try to come. You will love it because November 8th is the wedding day, and
Uh,
November is a beautiful time of the year to come to Jammu.
sure, sure, sure. Thank
Yeah,
you so much on that.
no
So
problem.
it was a pleasure having you on the show. I enjoyed every bit of it, and it was lovely to hear you talk about how you carried on with your journey, a journey which is very fulfilling, and you exude that kind of happiness that you have within, which comes out right on your face as you speak, as you share the stories. One can see it. I mean, you exude that, and
Yeah.
it was great having you. Anything more that you would like to add about things around you, around the place, around let's say around your holiday home? I mean, what is it? Are you keeping it only for yourself, or would you
Yeah,
like to
only for ourselves. We
have?
don't rent it.
Huh,
It is only a private thing, only for
huh.
us.
That's good. That's good because once you rent out, then it's difficult to maintain. It
Yeah,
it it,
definitely.
it, it gets
Because
difficult.
we are on the higher side of Kut.
Huh.
You need to climb a mountain to reach there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for me, I take 3 breaks because
Okay.
I'm a smoker. So I smoke. So because of that,
What's
like
your brand you smoke?
I smoke this classic ultra miles.
Okay, okay. So you're playing it safe. You do smoke, but you smoke ultramite. Good, good, good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like that is a property
End
which
of the day, do you enjoy a drink?
sometimes I'm not an
Sometimes.
everyday drinker,
Huh. Okay.
maybe once in 15 days, like
Casual.
that. But yes, when I drink, I really enjoy it. Or
Okay.
if I go to Delhi or to
Okay.
Bombay to
Okay.
sometimes
Okay.
for meetings,
Okay.
sometimes to Srinagar, yes,
Huh.
I do drink, but
Huh.
moderately, not much.
Okay.
I drink
Okay.
very
Okay.
responsibly.
Okay. What's your favorite song or music?
I listen only to the Grateful Dead.
Oh, you are the second on the show who has come up with Grateful Dead. Last week, I think we had a guest, and he mentioned about Grateful Dead and music of that era. And,
Yes,
and
I love that
specifically,
era. I listen to
huh,
Grateful Dead,
huh.
I listen to
No,
Santana, I
you need not
listen to
add because the moment you drop Grateful Dead's name, so I can pretty well now place you about
yeah,
your music and your preferences.
yes. So
So
I listen to
we were
JJ
all
Cale,
from we
I
were all
listen
from
to
that
Bob
age.
Dylan.
Hmm.
So
So
I
we were
listen
all
to Eric
from that
Clapton.
era and that age. So we are,
Yeah,
we are from that era and that age.
yes, yes.
So how wonderful this
I
is. This
start
is
my
really
music at 4 a.m. in the morning.
okay. So that is how you kickstart your day.
Yes,
That's a great way
yeah,
to.
music, like, takes me away.
Oh, that's good. And anything interesting, or let's say about if you were to recommend, not just music I'm talking about, if you were to recommend that, okay, fine, this is the kind of reading I do, and this is a kind of book that I would recommend to you or to your friends, what would that be?
See, I read different kind of things. So
Okay,
right now, I can tell you right now, I am reading about the origin and the origin and the life of these nomads in G&K. They are called the Gujars.
Gujars.
So I'm
Gujars.
reading a book from Gujars,
Okay,
at
this
this
is by
point of
whom? I
time.
mean, if
And
I
there are some other few books which I really love. Like,
okay,
there is the book called When Breath Becomes Air, you know.
interesting. So
Yeah.
this book on the Gujars, who's the author? I mean,
I
is it
need to check. I need to
okay?
check
Okay,
because
okay. I'll
I'll
fine.
send
I'll
you,
get back
I'll
to
send
you.
you a photo of that. You need to
Right,
share
that'll
your
be
number
wonderful.
with
That'll be
me.
wonderful. That'll
I'll
be
send
wonderful
you
because
because it is still, huh?
The Gujjar life in itself, the movement when they move up and then again they come down during the winters, the
Yes.
story is very interesting. I would
Yeah, correct.
try to get a copy of that. I would certainly, and it'll be very helpful if you can share that. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do
Ah,
that because I just few weeks back I had some Koreans who had
hmm.
come to Srinagar for a meeting.
Okay,
So I picked up that book from this one of the very oldest book stores in Kashmir in Lal
okay.
Chowk. So I picked that
Mhm.
book from them. I started reading it, but then I told myself that okay, I'll read it later because right now we have some paint work going on in our house.
Okay, okay.
We are getting prepared for my daughter's marriage.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
So
So are you do you speak Dogri at home or
I know not at home, but yes, I speak. I love to speak Dogri
okay,
whenever I get a chance. I used to speak Dogri with my mother and
okay,
my father.
huh?
But yes, I love to speak Dogri.
But both the languages, Dogri and Kashmiri, quite different.
Very different, totally different.
Dogri is quite close to Punjabi, or
Yes. So
if
basically, Dogri is a mixture of Punjabi and Pahadi.
Pahari. Mhm.
So basically, Pahadi is gathered from Himachal.
Huh,
And Punjabi is from Punjab because we
huh.
have our borders with Punjab.
Right, right.
So it is a mixture of Pahadi and Punjabi.
Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm,
Kashmiri is totally different. It is basically more of Persian.
mhm.
Yeah. So different dialect, different, everything is totally different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you are familiar with the languages of
Ah,
the country.
yes, I am. I do
Mhm.
understand Kashmiri, even though
Huh,
I can't talk much.
huh.
But yes, I understand Kashmiri.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. It was great, as I said, having you on the show, and I enjoyed every bit of it, your journey, as you had shared with us. So I would like to thank you on behalf of the family. You are family, you are part of the family. So I would like to thank you.
Definitely.
And
Thank
we
you
will
so
have many
much.
more ahead, maybe on something specific, something different. And
Definitely.
we will meet up again, we'll catch up, and the journey goes on, it carries on.
Yes.
And
Goes
we will
on
be
with
in
a lot
touch.
of other additions,
So
to
my
the
best
family.
wishes to you, my regards to your father, my best wishes to your daughters, and
Thank
do
you.
convey my regards. And it's been wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you so
And
much.
with
I
that,
really loved, talking to you. It
pleasure.
was
It
a
was my
lovely
pleasure.
gupshup.
So I'll take off from here. So we meet up again ahead.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Definitely, Kaustabh.
Thank you.